Hey guys, it's Robyn, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back and welcome if you're new. Today I have got warm reviews on all of the new things. So we have the Holiday Collection that is coming out October 1st. We have the Pink Awareness Breast Cancer Collection that is coming out October 1st as well. And we have the October scent of the month, Pumpkin Cashmere, also coming out October 1st. So lots is happening October 1st, and I do have warm reviews of all of it here. I did cold reviews of all of these scents in one of my previous videos. You can go back and look at those to see what I thought on cold. In many cases, my thoughts are pretty similar on warm, and I'll let you know how they performed in my house and which ones changed on warm a little bit. So first off, a warm review on Pumpkin Cashmere, which is the October scent of the month. This one is like pumpkin, vanilla cashmere or creamy cashmere, and I think cinnamon. And the cinnamon in this one is different than most cinnamon scents. There's only one spice profile that I can think of that Scentsy has done that reminds me a lot of this, and that is in Cozy Pumpkin and Vanilla, or Cozy Vanilla and Pumpkin from last Harvest Collection last fall. If you smelled or used that, it's a similar cinnamon, and I get more of the cinnamon in this bar than I did in Cozy Vanilla and Pumpkin, but I do find them to be just a similar spice profile. It's a different kind of cinnamon than a bakery cinnamon. It's like an aromatic, my fire alarm is chirping. I need to go figure that out. It's a different spice profile. It is a kind of aromatic, different type of cinnamon note to my nose. I also get a lot of like almost a caramely note from this on warm. I would say like a butterscotchy caramel that I don't get as much on cold, but I definitely get it on warm. The pumpkin here is not super pumpkin. It's more like pumpkin spice and like a creamy cashmere note. If you hear chirps in the background, that is my smoke detector. I don't know why. It has been wired into the wall. It is in good shape and in working order. Every couple weeks now, it just starts like chirping at us for no particular reason. I don't know why. But yes, Pumpkin Cashmere. This was very strong out the gate. I would say like a 7 or 8 out of 10 in my open layout. I did the full bar. Whoops. Did the full bar, about an 8 out of 10 or so right out the gate. It did wear off quite quickly. I found this one was kind of a shorter duration scent. This one really started to fade around the 6-hour mark, I would say. And by about 12 hours, 10 to 12 hours, it was unsmellable. You could not smell it. And at first I thought I was just going nose blind, but I went out for a while and came back and there was no scent in my open layout at that point. So it was like a 12-hour or so duration. That being said, pretty strong for like if you're just going to warm it for like one day or not leave your warmers on all the time, might be a good one to try because it was very strong to begin with. The scent itself, very nice. There's something about the spice here that I just don't love. So this one, the cashmere note, I really enjoy. The pumpkin note, I enjoy. There's something about that particular spice profile, and it was the same in Cozy Vanilla and Pumpkin. I just don't know about that. And it's stronger in this bar. So if you didn't care for the spice note in Cozy Vanilla and Pumpkin, you're probably going to want to skip this one. But if you did enjoy that, this one is going to be one to try. This is, I think, stronger overall and a little bit sweeter from that kind of like almost caramely note I get in this. But yeah, good performer. I would probably recommend it as long as you like cinnamon, pumpkin spice type scents. This is a good one. So there is that one, Pumpkin Cashmere. Next up, we have the Holiday Collection. So here we have 5 really solid bars. I really liked all of these on cold. And on warm, I'm pretty impressed as well. So we'll go in order of like best performing to lightest performing. The best performer of the bunch was the lowest on scent appeal for me, but it's still a very good scent. I think this is a very well done scent. People are gonna enjoy this as long as you like those Christmas tree type scents. And even if you don't, this is a very good Christmas tree scent. This is Sleigh Ride. This one is like winter air, fresh fallen fir needle, and cranberry. The cranberry really comes through on warm, which I appreciate. Yes, so this one is actually nice. This one I had mentioned was kind of similar on cold to Icicles and Evergreen or to Pretty and Plaid. I take that back on warm. On warm, it is not like those 2 bars. On warm, there it goes. On warm, this is more like Red Berry and Spruce. Red Berry and Spruce was a bar in the catalog a couple years ago that was a kind of like nice berry scent with that kind of tree scent with it. And this is very much like that. I would say they're almost interchangeable to my nose. So this is very nice. It was a good performer. I think it had more of a like kind of like fresh air quality to it than Red Berry and Spruce did, but I really enjoyed this and it was a good performer. I did 2 cubes in my bedroom and it was a solid medium. I would say 6 out of 10 at least. And it lasted a good 24 hours. It did very well. So was happy with the performance on this one. I do think this would be open layout worthy in an average sized open layout. If you have like very high ceilings or a very large space, maybe not, but I do think it would be good for the average large space. Really liked that. Is it one I would get more of? Probably not, but it was the best performer of the bunch. I just don't tend to use a lot of these types of green tree scents, and I have quite a few. So as much as I enjoy this, and I will use the rest of what I have very happily, it's not a purchase for me, but I think this is a must try if you're into those classic holiday tree or berry type scents. This is a very well done one, and that is Sleigh Ride. Next up, we have Cherry's Jubilee. This one was about a medium to maybe a medium. This was like a medium to a medium strong on cold, in my opinion. This one is like cherry, raspberry, and lemon. And I kind of got all three of those notes on cold. The lemon kind of added brightness to the cherry. And this one on warm was very much what you smell is what you get. This one did not change on warm. If you like the scent on cold, you're gonna like it warm too. It was very much the same. This one again was kind of one of those ones where you put it in and it just booms. So I did the whole bar in my open layout. This one was again, maybe like 7 out of 10 in strength, pretty good, but not for long. And I kind of worried about this one because sometimes cherry scents will do that. They're really strong out the gate and then they just kind of dip down in intensity really, really quickly. And that was the experience I had with this bar. Again, pretty strong out the gate, really filled the room quickly. I could smell it really dispersing in the room before I even finished filling all the warmers. It was quick to get going, and very much like a nice bright cherry scent, just really, really nice, very nice. The problem was longevity. So we put this in, enjoyed it for a couple hours, and then we went out, went to the pumpkin patch, did a few things. We were gone for a few hours. And when we came home, it was gone. Like not a trace, not to be found anywhere. It was like less than 8 hours total for this bar. So yeah, pleasant. I don't know that I would repurchase this just because it was so short duration. The other thing I'll say about this is this did not lean holiday to me in any way. I thought this smelled more like a spring summer type scent. I would enjoy warming this in the summer in my opinion. So this one, again, really nice. I think it's worth trying once or twice as long as you like cherry scents. But not one I'll probably repurchase more of. Next up, we have Cranberry Candy Cane. This was kind of the middle of the road of the pack as far as performance. I like this scent quite a lot, and I liked it even better on warm. So this one I did in my daughter's room. I did 2 cubes. The rest went to samples. If you've ordered from me in the last couple months, you will be receiving samples of these 5 bars in the mail at some point here. Probably not for a few weeks yet, but we'll see. So this one is Cranberry and Candy Cane. So peppermint candy cane, and it is not so much a vanilla candy cane scent. This is very much a perfect peppermint, zingy, like tingly peppermint scent. This is not like a soft, creamy peppermint. This is peppermint. So you do have to like mint. The cranberry here is kind of a nice, just standard bright cranberry. It's not overly tart to my nose. So I really liked this on cold, and it was very much the same on warm. I would say it just kind of melted better on warm though. I did point out that the mint and the cranberries were just not, there's also I think raspberry in this too. I'd mentioned on cold that the berry notes and the mint notes were just not mixing to me on cold, and on warm I felt they did. On warm this felt like a cohesive scent and I really enjoyed it. So this was in my daughter's room, 2 cubes. She didn't love it because she doesn't like mint, and I forgot about that until after I put it in. So she wasn't a huge fan, but even she didn't find it terrible, because if I use like perfect peppermint, she is like, that's awful, because it's just plain mint. But she really likes berry scents, so she didn't mind this because it had the mint and the berry. But I wouldn't do it in her room again. I would get more of this though. This was a very average performer. It was middle of the road for duration. It was middle of the road for longevity. It was about 24 hours and it was about a medium strength. There is nothing remarkable about the performance here. It was exactly what I think of when I think average Scentsy performance was what I got from Cranberry Candy Cane. Very average. Scent appeal, also kind of like nice, but not like an absolute die-hard love for me. I really liked it. I'll get more. But it's not one that I'm going to club or anything, but I did quite enjoy it. I think if you like minty scents, especially if you like cranberry scents, this would be worth trying. This one did feel festive to me, and I did enjoy that about it. The only 2 that I can say really felt holiday specific from the collection to me were Sleigh Ride and Cranberry Candy Cane. So if you're looking for holiday specific bars, these are the 2 I would recommend. Cherry's Jubilee, Rum Plum, and Vanilla Barnwood are all excellent bars, but they're not like festive. So there's that. The next one we have here is Rum Plum. This one was kind of like the plum and I think vanilla, and what else was in here? I can't remember. Oh, This one is buttery crust. That's what that is. So plum, vanilla, and buttery crust. This is so good. This one, again, much the same on warm as it was on cold. I did the full bar in my open layout, and this one was just nice. Like, this was just nice. It was a nice Sunday scent. I had this going all day while I was at home, just kind of puttering around my house. It was lovely. It was exactly what I hoped. And I dare say this might actually be better to my nose than sweet plum pastry. It is not as strong as sweet plum pastry, but that being said, the bars that I've had of sweet plum pastry have been aged, and this is new. So I think this is going to age well, and I think I'm going to prefer it to sweet plum pastry. So this is going to go in my club. I really like this. Performance was, I would say, probably not open layout worthy for most open layouts. I do have a smaller open layout and like regular height ceilings all throughout, so it worked well in my open layout, but I think that was probably the biggest space I would put this in. It was like a 5 out of 10 medium strength, not for long. The 5 out of 10 medium strength only lasted a few hours, and at that point it did dip down to like a light scent, and it lasted about 12 hours total. So that was not a super long lasting performer, but again, I do think this will improve with time. I would say if you want longer, stronger performance from this bar, I would put it in a smaller space, like a bedroom, an office, maybe a TV room or something like that, but not an open space. So that is Rum Plum. That is a club bar for me. I really, really like the scent of this one. Again, just kind of rich and warm and inviting and sweet. I really, really like this. The plum here is not bright. It's a deep baked plum. The crust is really present there. It's very nice. And I almost get like a brown sugar or caramelized tone to that like sugar note. There's no sugar. It's like a vanilla note. I'm not smelling vanilla. I'm smelling like caramelized sugar. It's very nice. It smells bubbly and gooey and rich and just warm. I really like that. So this, again, I could see this being like a 3 seasons a year bar. I would warm this in spring, winter, and fall. I don't know that I would warm this in summer, but any other time of the year, I think I would reach for this, and I really like it. So again, not holiday specific, but it is nice for cold weather in my opinion. And where I live, it's cold weather like 3 seasons a year. So there's this one. I highly, highly recommend Rum Plum if you like bakery scents. Finally, we have Vanilla Barnwood from the Holiday Collection. This one is, I think, amber, Barnwood, and vanilla. I also smell like a teeny tiny hint of lemon in this one on cold. The lemon I didn't really notice on warm. On warm, this was a beautiful, cozy vanilla cashmere. I didn't get a lot of woodsiness. I got like a cozy vanilla cashmere and a very soft, approachable amber. It was not a powdery amber. It was not a perfumey amber. It was just soft and warm and inviting, and I loved it. I did 4 cubes in my bedroom, so I did double the wax. Normally I use 2 in my bedroom. This time I used 4 because this is a light bar on cold. And I'm glad I doubled it because it was light on warm too. Even with 4 cubes, this was very, very light. So I would say like a 3 or 4 out of 10 in strength at peak. And I would say it did last 24 hours. It did last 24 hours, but light, like very light. So in future, I would say you probably want to do this in only small spaces. I wouldn't even attempt anything larger than a bedroom for this, but it lends itself well to a bedroom. So that's beautiful. I also think that this will age well. It does have amber, it has vanilla. Those tend to age well. Woodsy notes tend to age well as well, and that's in here as well. So I do think this is going to age very nicely. I think it's going to get stronger with time, and I'm going to put this in my club and keep getting it because this I could see myself warming all year round. I really like it. That is Vanilla Barnwood, and again, not at all festive, not at all Christmassy or holiday specific, but it is a very nice, like, cozy, cuddly bedroom scent to my nose. So I do think it reminds me a lot of Pacific Sandalwood on warm and on cold. But yeah, love, love, love. So that is Vanilla Barnwood. I do get better performance from aged Pacific Sandalwood than I did from this, but this isn't aged. So we're going to try aging it and see how it does. If you just can't tolerate light scents or you don't have the patience for light scents, just skip this one. But if you want a nice cozy warm vanilla scent and you're okay with just doubling your wax or with waiting for it to strengthen, this one I would recommend. So that's Vanilla Barnwood. That's going to go in my club. So these 2 are being clubbed for me. These were the lightest 2 of the 5, but these are the ones that I like the best and I'm going to club. So overall, really solid collection. Next, we will jump into the Pink Awareness Breast Cancer Collection, where a portion of the proceeds from these bars do go to breast cancer nonprofit organizations. And so these ones to me on cold were just kind of okay, but I did go ahead and warm them all. And so here are my thoughts. I think I can. This was the one that had the nectar and I think hibiscus or some kind of floral. It had similar notes to like Aloha Orchid. And to me, this one was like a much lighter but more pleasant to my nose version of Aloha Orchid. Aloha Orchid had like kind of like cloyingness to it to me that this one does not have. So this one is very, very pretty. It does have a like sweet fruity nectar note that I like. It also has, I think, coconut milk, which kind of smooths it out. This one I would say was light intensity. I did this in my guest bathroom and my laundry room, so 2 separate rooms, 1 cube in each. And it was okay. It was like a light medium. I would say like 3.5 to 4 to 10 in intensity, and a 1-dayer. So like 18 hours or so was about how long it lasted. Very pleasant though. I really enjoyed this. It smelled about the same on warm as it does on cold. It was a very kind of fruity floral, but mostly fruity. Just kind of bright, happy scent in the room. I really enjoyed this. I actually might pick up more of this. That is I Pink I Can. I can see myself grabbing another bar or 2 of that. I really like this. I kind of liked Aloha Orchid on cold, but then on warm it was too much for me. So this one, I think if you thought Aloha Orchid was just a little too much or a little bit too something, this one might be worth trying, and that is I Pink I Can. So there's that one. That one gets a thumbs up from me. Performance is not great from any of these bars, in my opinion. And I don't know that they're going to benefit from aging because they are mostly like fruity floral type scents. But it was okay. It was like a slightly less than average performance, but good scent. I enjoyed it. Next we have Positively Pink. This one I think is like raspberry and sandalwood, maybe amber or vanilla, I can't remember. It is kind of, it's definitely a sandalwood. It's like a berry sandalwood scent. It's a bit deeper, a bit richer. This was the best performance of the 4 bars. So as far as strength goes, Positively Pink was the best. That is the darkest in color. I did this one twice. I did this one in a bathroom and I did this one in our bedroom. So it was good. It was about a 1 day, like 24 hours. It was the only one that lasted 24 hours. But it was nice. It kind of reminded me of Summer Moonlight in a way. It was like a tartar version of Summer Moonlight to my nose on warm. I liked it. Is it one I would get more of? Probably not, but I do think it's worth trying. And I think as long as you like those kind of rich berry scents, you're going to enjoy this. I think if you liked raspberry hibiscus tea, you're going to enjoy this. This just has a bit more depth to it with that sandalwood note. But it was good. It was the best performer of the bunch. I wouldn't do any of these bars in anything larger than a bedroom, but this one was a very solid bedroom bar. Next we have Turn Up the Pink, and I think this might be our favorite of the 4. This one is the one that I think has citrus and rosewood and something else. Yeah, this is very nice. This is just kind of a bright, perfumey, feminine scent. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Shimmer. It also kind of reminds me a little bit of Forever Yours on warm. So this is the one where we put this in my daughter's room, 2 cubes, and it kind of just was a very soft, girly, perfumey scent. Not overpowering, not headache inducing. It was too light for that. I would say light intensity, like a 3 out of 10. This at peak was about the strength that bars usually are when I take them out of my daughter's room. So this was kind of like a bar at the end of its life in the warmers at peak. So as long as, I think if you like very light scents, you might enjoy this. But if you're into strong scents, this one's going to be a pass for you probably. Yeah, I did this in our bathroom too. And again, I really liked it. It was like less than 12 hours though, as far as duration. In my daughter's room, it did a bit better. My daughter's bedroom tends to hang on to wax scents really well. And in her room, this did last 24 hours. In my bathroom, it was like 12 hours. But it was nice. Again, I don't know that I would repurchase it though, because it was kind of lackluster in performance. The scent is pleasant. I think you do have to like those kind of light, perfumey, feminine type scents. But it was pretty. I enjoyed it, and I might even grab another bar of this because it is very pretty. The 2 that I would grab more of are Turn Up the Pink and I Pink I Can. These ones I might actually throw in my club and get 1 more bar of each. The one that I really didn't care for on cold and I think smells like a hospital, I stand by that. This one is the one that is Pink Parfait Rose, Violet, and Dewy Greens. This one, there's something about it to my nose. It just smells like a hospital. I don't know. Yeah. This one gives me anxiety. Like, this one reminds me of loved ones dying and awful things and terrible memories. I do not like this one at all. I put it in my office because that's a room that I don't go in very often. So I put it in my office, 2 cubes, and before it even finished melting, this one did kind of throw fairly well. I I had to take it out before it even finished melting. It was just making me panic. It was giving me horrible scent memories and I could not do it. Yeah, it's not great to my nose. I'm not hearing other people say that though. Other people that are reviewing this bar say it's very powdery floral, but they're not hating it like I am. I cannot do this bar. This is just, I think, a scent memory thing for me. I can't do it. Gives me anxiety, makes me panic. I can't do it. So this is Pink Spreads Hope. Like I said, before it even finished melting, it was filling the room with scent, and it was very much the same on warm as it was on cold. I would say, if anything, the almost like sickly sweet smell I'm smelling that reads very hospital-y to me amped up. I would say I got more of that note on warm. I'm not sure what that note is or how to describe it, except for like almost like a very sickly sweetness in like a hospital way. I'm not sure how else to describe that, but yeah, that is Pink Spreads Hope. I'm not a fan. That being said, I think maybe if you're a person who likes kind of powdery florals, or I actually don't know. I'm not going to be a good judge of who's going to like the scent. I just dislike it too much to be a rational judge for that. Watch some other videos of this collection, and other people seem to be tolerating it a bit better. It's not going to be me. But these 3 bars, these are okay. They're fine. They're all right performers. They are on the lighter side overall. And I think for this collection, you do have to really like those kind of perfumey florals and feminine type scents. But if you do like those, I think they're worth getting. And I do love the cause. I love that Scentsy is supporting the breast cancer nonprofits. That is amazing. If you're not into fruity florals or perfumey scents, or you want to skip that Pink Spreads Hope bar that is so awful to me, what I would recommend is just passing on this collection, and whatever you are going to spend on this collection, put that whole amount to a breast cancer organization in your community of your choice. So pick a breast cancer nonprofit or a cancer nonprofit in your area and donate to that. That's a great way to give back and support the cause if you're not into these particular scents. So there is also a very cute warmer coming up, and it looks like it would be a good performing one because it is a ceramic one. So those tend to be good performing warmers. It's going to be a nice warmer. There's going to be pink bulbs as well. That sounds like a great option to support the cause as well. There's also going to be a buddy, and there's going to be fragrance flowers. So those are all great options as well if the bars don't sound like your thing. And if none of it sounds like your thing, find another way to support the cause, or just book yourself a mammogram and get yourself taken care of that way. So, you know, awareness. But that is the collection overall. So in general, I would say performance on all of these bars, between the holiday and the pink awareness and the pumpkin cashmere, I would say all of these bars, and these are fresh pours, by the way, so these are not aged at all. They're not kind of settled at all. They're just as is out of the box. I would say on an average, I would say they're kind of like a medium strength. The pink awareness ones are on the little bit lighter side and a little bit shorter duration, but very pleasant scents overall. Pumpkin cashmere was probably the strongest of all of these bars I've talked about today out the gate. And overall, pretty good performer. Like 12 hours isn't very long. It's shorter than average, but it was pretty strong for most of that. So that was a good one. And of the holiday bars, we had a couple really nice long lasting ones. And we also had a few absolutely beautiful scents that were on the lighter side. And we also had a couple that were kind of middle of the road performers where they're quite strong for a while and then just kind of dip off. So overall, kind of a mixed bag performance-wise, but scent appeal-wise, overall really good. Overall, pretty solid with that one exception, but really happy with what they've done here. And I love that they're supporting the breast cancer cause. And again, there's lots of ways that we can give back to that, whether or not we support the Scentsy bar collection. But I do think if you're a fruity floral fan or a perfumey fan, if you like shimmer, if you like Forever Yours, if you like those kind of like nice perfumey scents, these are kind of along that line, and I would recommend checking them out. Hello, Ben. Hey, buddy. I'm gonna try to... Hey guys, sorry for the drastic lighting change. It's been like 6 hours, 7 hours since I last filmed the rest of the video. So things have deteriorated here and the lighting is different. I'm just hopping on because my dog knocked over the phone, so I didn't finish up wrapping up my video. I thought it did, but it wasn't recording. So I'm just recording that now. Yes, I would love to hear your thoughts on your favorite Halloween candy in the comments below. We're getting to that time of year when the Halloween candy is on the shelves now, and I would love to hear what your favorite Halloween candy is, and also which of the Harvest and Pink Awareness bars you're most excited for. If you have warmed them, I would love to hear your thoughts below and compare notes on how they performed in your house. Other than that, I will talk to you guys in the next video. See you next time. Bye-bye.